the right way to date without being misled by influences. Why are young people's views on dating getting skewed? When sincerity is seen as weakness, more and more young people are opting out of marriage. Not even Gen Z has found their match. Younger generations experience higher divorce rates. It all comes down to harmful online trends, distorting healthy ways of dating. Kai's here to explain things. What does a healthy relationship look like? First, when you're in love, then show offer. Try not to overcomplicate things. We'll worry about the future when it arrives. Stop worrying so much unnecessarily. Focus on what happens naturally in the moment. There's no way to control everything. Don't stress about things that haven't even happened. All it'll do is mess with your emotions. It won't help your relationship at all. I love this quote. If you truly love someone, just don't fear the outcome. As long as your feelings are genuine, it'll surely be a beautiful conclusion. Even if it doesn't last forever, then you'll never be the one to regret it. In a healthy relationship, being willing to compromise, taking turns to step back, you won't drift apart. There are no two people who were simply meant to be. It's about one person being willing to compromise and be patient, while the other knows when enough is enough. The best kind of love makes your heart race, and I offer peace of mind. I know you can handle chaos. You get my highs and lows. May everyone experience love that truly feels right. So, what does true love look like? Is it about finding the one? For many, marriage is seen as the ultimate goal for love, staying together through thick and thin. But if you think about it, it's about how long each of us stays in the other's life, just the time we spend together. There are people who walk beside you in your teenage years. Then there are others who join you in your 20s. By the time you're 31, you feel it's time to think about building a family. So you find someone to share your life with until old age. Everyone has their own idea of what it means. I don't believe true love ends with forever. It's about spending a lifetime together. It's about being there when my love is strong. Being there through the most important times in your life. Life glows with purpose. Before my time runs out, I can brighten a piece of your journey. That's all anyone can hope for. So I choose not to dwell on what comes next. I just want moments with you to feel special and feels unforgettable, full of magic. I hope that the next time people fall in love, it begins as a friendship, rather than forcing closeness solely for romance. They happen to grow into friends naturally, chatting, calling, and enjoying meals together. Listening to music and sharing stories, they naturally discover what makes each other shine, and learns each other's preferences. Then I was drawn in and fell for it. After giving it some thought, to confess and express feelings. Some believe love shouldn't require too much rationality, but I think real love isn't just about fleeting passion, but when you've carefully considered, still feel certain about feelings. For me, this can be a slow process. Isn't real love often instant attraction? And gradually come to love someone. Fourth, we don't need to be constantly connected. I believe our relationship doesn't need constant or forced conversations. All I want is for both of us to stay focused when we're busy. Whenever we have spare time, I hope we'll remember each other. I just wish we'd miss and cherish each other. I hope we can always be open with each other. Let's talk openly if we have complaints, instead of keeping our frustrations bottled up, and it may escalate. I don't understand what love means. The only thing I know is I always want to ask you things. There's nothing I wouldn't share with you. I feel happy every time you reply to my messages. I get upset when you don't respond. I just want you to know you're not someone I settled for out of convenience. Someone I couldn't help but fall for, even though it seemed impossible. If you're serious about building a lasting relationship, there's something important you need to know. Every couple argues sometimes. Healthy relationships aren't defined by conflict, but by learning to let go afterward. It's about taking turns to give. If you do this, you won't lose each other. Don't be afraid to have arguments. Actually, arguments can help strengthen your bond. After every argument, always take time to cool off by yourself first. Figure out what caused the fight, and deal with it right away. Don't let things fester. This way, no old resentments will build up. Then you'll never face a breakup due to unresolved issues. We're meant to live as a team, so we need to keep talking to fix things. It's not about emotional neglect or silent treatment. Most breakups happen because little issues build up over time, and then one day everything just falls apart. Problems that were never solved haunt us, because we never truly dealt with those problems. I hope that challenges come up in the future, we can face them together and find a solution, instead of turning on each other. No matter how long we've been together, I hope we both cherish this relationship. My feelings for you aren't just a passing fancy. I truly want to be the most important person in your life. Romance can be challenging and exhausting. Passion wins over time. Excitement will fade into routine. Small things can erode your sense of security. They transition from endless chatter to complete silence. Eventually, they wounded each other deeply. They resent each other. But there's one thing you need to understand. Romance is exhausting. But everyone feels this way. You're not alone in feeling this way. Take a closer look. How often are we not exhausted in life? We're all learning and growing through trial and error. Nobody's a natural at dating. Nobody gets everything right about someone from day one. Every relationship comes with its own share of worries and concerns. Our job is to learn how to handle relationship issues. the skill of communicating with others, rather than giving up at the first hurdle and saying, I'm done. 7. It's clearly heartfelt effort in a relationship. Posting it online might lead people to label it as overly obsessed with romance. This has made everyone reluctant to start dating. I feel like some people overthink things way too much. All they think about is taking care of themselves. They're so self-centered that they won't help others. As a result, there's more logic and less passion. Of course, as adults, we all want to look out for ourselves. That's understandable. However, what makes love so captivating is that one impulse, the act of going all in for someone else. These days, people are far too practical. Everyone is standing back watching and waiting. People who are overly rational find it hard to fall in love. All you can do is talk business. Seeing things clearly isn't always better. Sometimes it's wise to take them lightly. No couple is perfect in love. Each partner brings just half of the perfection. When you truly fall for someone, even knowing it's a trap, you'd still dive right in. Because you see a clear future in that uncertainty. You envision a certain future. Even if it doesn't work out, love wrong doesn't matter. It won't hurt you. Your bottom line should be to earn a living without losing principles. To seek love without losing yourself, respect. Number 8. I know that when it comes to love, both wanting to give each other the best, you end up doing so instinctively, giving to the other, which often means putting yourself out for others, and sometimes just self-sacrifice for feeling good about oneself. But actually, neither of these is healthy. Being kind to others starts with having means time and energy, being in the position to give freely. When you neglect your own needs, letting your well-being suffer, the less you'll be able to give back, feeling guilty over time. But have you ever considered this? You're already a gift to them. Taking care of yourself, you become their greatest gift. Only when you prioritize yourself, they'll worry about you less. First, find your own path. They won't feel lost being with you. First, plan your own life. Then guide them when they're lost. Offer comfort and guidance. Remember, the best gift is, it's not about sacrificing everything for them, but become someone they're proud of, that they'll smile at the thought of you. And they'll smile whenever they think of you. If you meet a girl with strong values, treasure her, because we can all find each other again in the ordinary days.